Deborah James is mostly known by her Instagram handle, the Bowel Babe. Why this peculiar name? Well, ever since she got diagnosed with stage 4 bowel cancer in 2016, she started spreading awareness about it through her Instagram. One prominent figure appearing in her online videos was her husband, Sebastien. Just a few days before her death, she expressed her love for him in a beautiful Instagram post that would bring anyone to tears. But first, let's find out more about the Bowel Babe. Deborah James was around 35 when she started having strange symptoms relating to her bowel movements. Being a mother of 2 and a deputy head teacher, she brushed them off as being stress-related. Later, when she started having bloody stools, she got a checkup and mistook it to be IBS. However, when her symptoms wouldn't go away, she got referred to a colonoscopist who confirmed that she had stage 4 bowel cancer. In an interview, Deborah James recalled how the first 6 months after her diagnosis were spent crying and being devastated. But once that period was over, Deborah devoted her time and energy towards spreading awareness about cancer. She had her own column in the Sun newspaper and later began a podcast on BBC Radio 5 called You, Me, and the Big C. On both platforms, she was committed to sharing things about cancer that most people didn't know about, taboo topics. All of this was done in a lighthearted manner. On her Instagram, she was often seen wearing a poop costume as a reminder for her followers to get tested for bowel cancer. Apart from the comedic part, Deborah also shared a bold and brutal look at what living with cancer looked like. She would often share her grueling experiences spent inside the ER or the difficulty of her chemotherapy sessions. So, what was the impact of her awareness campaigns? Apart from spreading positivity and joy on her social media, Deborah James has done a lot for cancer research and awareness. She laid the foundations of the Bowel Babe Fund, which was a charity organization collecting money for Cancer Research UK. Money raised from the fund is donated for clinical trials and research into personalized medicine for cancer patients. Up till now, Bowel Babe Fund has raised close to £8 million and continues to raise more. Apart from that, she helped destroy all the cancer-related taboos and built a platform on her podcast for other cancer patients to gather and dispel the myths related to cancer. She has helped millions with her voice and is just a source of pure inspiration, not just for cancer patients, but for anyone facing a hard time in their life. She has also written 2 books about her life with cancer. For her efforts, she was recently awarded damehood by the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. Prince William even visited her home to pin the ribbon on her personally. In an Instagram post, she mentioned how prior to Prince William's visit, the entire house was thoroughly cleaned and prepared for the royal visit. But when Prince William finally arrived at her house to personally deliver the honor to her, she said that it was all irrelevant because William was so kind and put us all at ease. There is no doubt that she saved countless lives with her awareness and will forever be remembered for her courage in the face of danger. To help her along with all that, though, was her husband Sebastien. Deborah lauded Sebastien for being her utter rock in many social media appearances. But how exactly did her husband offer that support to earn so much love? Sharing a marriage of 13 years, Deborah and Sebastien had to face many ups and downs, but Sebastien stayed by her side till the end. His dedication to Deborah and her mission was quite apparent in one particular Instagram post leading up to her death. Upon writing her second book, Deborah had to attend her book launch at RHS Garden wisely. In the post, Deborah praised Sebastien for helping her reach her book event in time. While receiving end-of-life care at her home in Surrey, Deborah explained how she hadn't left the house in 10 days, but somehow Sebastien got her to the book launch. Deborah shared that it was perfect for an hour. Together, we seemed to be able to squeeze our hands, swallow the tears, and laugh instead, captioned Deborah. A wonderful photo of them can be seen on Deborah's Instagram. Deborah on her wheelchair sporting a wide smile. Sebastien is kneeling right beside her, gripping the handle of her wheelchair. The picture is taken in a green and rich garden that Deborah claimed is overpowering the sadness of knowing the state of her body inside. Deborah had previously shared other sweet moments and odes to her husband as well. In a post celebrating their 13-year anniversary, she shared a photo of the two dancing in front of a sunset and thanked her husband for dancing her back into the light. We will definitely be looking at this photo to remind ourselves of the light and hope that exists in this world despite the darkness. And now, let's look at Deborah and Sebastien's love story more closely. How did it begin? Well, we don't exactly know how their enduring love story began, but we do know that the two got married in 2008. Sebastien works as a city banker, while Deborah works as a deputy head teacher. Together, they had 2 children, Hugo, who is now 14, and Eloise, who is now 12. As mentioned earlier, things were not always always smooth sailing for the two, and Deborah could have lost her rock before facing the biggest hurdle in her life. In an interview with the Daily Mail in 2020, Deborah revealed that her marriage had encountered a major roadblock before her cancer diagnosis. Due to her spending a lot of time at school with her role as the deputy head teacher, she couldn't give time to her marriage. Due to this, her marriage started to fall apart. Sebastien left the house in 2015, and the two even hired lawyers to start their divorce process. Deborah also opened up about how she went on awful Tinder dates during that time. Things got so heated that they had to receive counseling in order to function as co-parents. However, after those counseling sessions, they would start to hang out more often, go on drinks, and soon rekindled their love. All of this happened right before Deborah was set to receive the earth-shattering news of her cancer in 2016. The universe certainly has a way of healing things. That's all we can say to that. Their love not only sustained Deborah's cancer diagnosis, but also strengthened over time. Before her death, Deborah asked Sebastien to move on after her death and focus on finding love again. "Don't marry a bimbo," she cautioned him in an Instagram post. Their love story had come to an end, though. And now, let's take a closer look at her farewell. When Deborah got her cancer diagnosis in 2016, she was told that she would have just a few years to live. However, with her resilience and the support of her family and friends, she went on to live for 6 more years. In those 6 years, she did a lot more for bowel cancer awareness than someone could have done in their entire lifetime. In December 2021, she mentioned that she was fully aware that she shouldn't be able to update her social media, but sadly, in May 2022, in her last message, she gave a tragic update. Deborah said that she was no longer receiving treatment for her cancer. She had moved into her parents' home in Surrey and was now receiving hospice care. Surrounded by her family and friends, she wanted to spend her last days with them. She told her followers that she had tried every treatment and searched for a cure ever since her diagnosis, but the cancer had caught up to her. On the 28th of June 2022, her family updated her Instagram announcing her death. She passed away in the company of her close family members. Tributes began pouring in from around the world. Everyone remembered her honest and fiery approach towards the discussion around cancer. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge applauded her for her tireless efforts for cancer research. Prime Minister Boris Johnson also called her an inspiration to many. Finally, let's look at how Sebastien remembers his late wife. In a BBC documentary titled Deborah James, The Last Days, her family shared many home videos to honor her memory. In one of the videos, Deborah is dancing with her son Hugo to the song Beauty and the Beast, with a beautiful sunset in the background. It is a heart-touching video that we are sure will leave everyone teary-eyed. This is how her family wants everyone to remember her, as a soulful, vibrant soul who loved to dance and make people happy. Her legacy is carried on by her fundraising page that continues to gather support, and her husband and her 2 lovely children. That's a wrap for this video. What do you think about Deborah and Sebastien's love story? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.